face and voice of Africa. The story of resurgent and burgeoning Africa is here, only on the Pulse of Africa channel. Pulse of Africa, the face and voice of Africa.
Hello, I'm Tinsai Gabiao, your host for this hour's news. Stay tuned. Let's start with Senegal. Senegal's Minister for Agriculture, Maboba Diangue, inaugurated a greenhouse dedicated to phytopathology and crop improvement at the National Center of Ergonomic Research in Bambey. The facility was financed by Germany under the project titled Crop to End Hunger, according to information reported by the Senegalese press agency. According to the authorities, the greenhouse will accelerate the selection and development of crop varieties that are more productive and better adapted to the country's climate, especially strategic crops. It also is designed to play a central role in evaluating plant resistance to disease. Fully automated and equipped with 6 independent compartments, it allows up to 4 crop cycles per year, cutting in half the time needed to develop new varieties of millet, sorghum, or groundnut in the face of climate challenges and emerging diseases, the Ministry of Agriculture said in a statement. The Gabonese government launched on December 3rd the pilot phase of the École Connectée program in 2 high schools in Libreville and Oyem. The initiative, carried out in partnership with Huawei and Move Africa Gabon Telecom, lays the groundwork for a national network of connected schools where geography no longer limits access to quality learning. The connected schools are the Lycée Lyon MBA in Libreville and the Lycée Public d'Oyem. Each has been equipped with a next-generation smart screen featuring high-definition audio-visual capture, a secure collaborative platform, and high-speed connectivity. These screens support real-time lecture broadcasts, interactive pedagogical content, instant question and answer sessions between teachers and students at both sites, recorded lessons for review, and access to integrated digital resources. Namibia has moved a step closer to formally approving Starlink, the satellite internet service operated by Elon Musk's SpaceX. The Communications Regulatory Authority of Namibia has opened the licensing process, publishing the company's applications in the government's official gazette on November 28 and inviting public comments for 2 weeks. Starlink is seeking a national telecommunications license to offer high-speed internet through its low Earth orbit satellites. The service would connect households and businesses nationwide through its user terminals and could support existing mobile operators by adding capacity in remote areas. The company also applied for a spectrum license covering the 10.7 to 14.7 gigahertz band. Madaraka Nyerere, son of Tanzania's founding father and Pan-African icon Julius Nyerere, praised the GERD as a symbol of African unity and self-reliance. Visiting the mega project for the first time, he said the dam reflects the original vision of the continent's founding fathers, who sought not only political independence, but a collective economic strength. Nyerere described the GERD as not just an Ethiopian project, but an African project, noting its regional impact and the power Ethiopia already exports to neighboring countries, including Tanzania.
You know, the founding fathers had the idea of uniting Africa politically. That was the original idea. But beyond that, the Pan-Africanist ideas also were about uniting Africa economically and socially and militarily. So when I visit this project, I am reminded that there's still a lot of work to do. But this is already a very huge step towards combining the resources of Ethiopia, not just for the benefit of Ethiopia, but a project which also benefits other African countries. And that was the basis of the Pan-Africanist ideas, that we are developing a project here in Ethiopia, but it also benefits other countries, Tanzania, Sudan.
He highlighted that the project was built entirely with Ethiopian funding and public contributions, calling it a living model of the self-reliance policy his father championed. Narere emphasized the dam's importance in powering industrialization across the continent.
I am embarrassed that it's only today that I find out that electricity from Tanzania is also produced here in this dam. But I'm very happy, and I'm very proud that this is not just an Ethiopian project, but it's an African project. Founding fathers fought for political independence, but there's still a lot of work to do in ensuring that African countries are also economically independent. But that cannot happen if they work separately. So they have to form economic cooperation on a Pan-African scale, maybe as a first step between few countries, but eventually developing projects which benefit the entire continent. So the first step was political independence, but we still have a lot of work to do in ensuring that we are also economically independent. Because if you're not economically independent, then you cannot guarantee your political independence.
With reliable and affordable energy, he said African countries can reduce dependence on exporting raw materials and instead focus on manufacturing, a crucial step toward full economic independence and a stronger continental economy. Visiting projects like GERD, he said, can inspire similar initiatives across the continent and help advance the Pan-African vision of unity, prosperity, and shared progress. Moving on to business headlines, the Algiers Stock Exchange in Algeria will likely get 2 or 3 new companies listed in 2026. One of them is iRaid, a tech company that offers data centers, cloud services, cybersecurity, and business software. It wants to raise money to build new data centers. Another possible new listing is INSAG Education Group, a big private university group that teaches management, marketing, finance, and technology. A pharmaceutical company may also join the stock market. The news was announced by Youssef Bozennada, the head of Algiers' stock market regulator. The government of Burkina Faso repaid nearly $2.1 billion in domestic debt between January and the end of November 2025. The information was disclosed by Minister of Economy and Finance Aboubakar Nakanabo during the cabinet briefing. According to Minister, by September 30, 2025, the state had collected over $888 million in internal revenues. These revenues, which included taxes, duties, and income generated by public administrations, amounted to 105% of the full-year target. The increase reflects a clear improvement in revenue collection and a key factor in financing current expenditures and easing cash pressures. The rise in receipts enabled the government to mobilize financial resources to repay part of the domestic debt. The debt mainly concerns local companies, state suppliers, banks, and financial institutions. Moving on to sports, Uganda's national football team, the Cranes, have arrived in Morocco to kickstart their preparations for the 2025 Africa Cup of Nations. A contingent of 17 players touched down in North Africa, led by the leader of that delegation, Dr. Apollo Ahimbi Sibuwe. The full technical staff expected to oversee the team's build-up to the tournament. The Cranes will embark on an 11-day intensive training camp designed to sharpen fitness, strengthen team coordination, and solidify tactical plans. As part of their preparations, Uganda will play 2 international friendly matches. which are expected to provide crucial insights into the squad's readiness for the continental showpiece. Meanwhile, the remaining 13 invited players, all based abroad, are scheduled to link up with the team directly in Morocco in the coming days. Their arrival is expected to compete the squad and boost competition for starting places. That's all for this time. Thanks for tuning in and goodbye.